One second. Second, quack. We about to talk a little bit, just a little bit. Just for a little bit. Welcome. I'll be there in a second. It's time to get live. Time to represent. I need something to hold me down for right now. Hey. Good evening. Well, actually, I can say good night. Welcome to another episode of Bucko's Locker. We about to have a little conversation. I might need to turn on a little bit of light here. I need some more light on me. A little dark over here right now. As a matter of fact, give me 1 second. I'm gonna turn on this little light over here. Need a little bit of light on me. Just a little light on me. I'm gonna let it shine. Uh-oh. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. That's better. Got a little more light on me. So, how's everybody doing? It's raining out here in New Orleans. It is raining in New Orleans. What's going on, everybody? This is Isaiah coming to you from Bucko's Locker. Subscribe to the channel. Welcome to the 2020 Tampa Bay Bucks draft class recap. Everybody that did their recaps about the Bucks draft class except me. Well, you knew I had to do my recap. You knew I watched some film. I did a little more in-depth analysis. I didn't scratch the surface. I went below the surface. I always do that. I never just scratch the surface. I always go below things, everything about the team. And is it raining over there? And wait, is it raining where y'all at? Shouts out to Sean, Smallville, No Mercy, Richard Dennis, Clay Geiger, Rocco 17. Frank, what up? Who else in the building right now? I should just cut the light out and just do it at night. That's what I should do. I should cut the light out. Tony, 75 degrees in California. Chili Willie, what up? Jay Clark, rain coming to Atlanta. I might move to Atlanta. I got a couple places I might move to. Okay. Eli, no rain. Okay. Sugar Honey Iced Tea. Twins, what up? Andre Johnson, Dre in the building. So let's get started. So now this episode of Bucko's Locker will be a little different. Well, not different, but what up, William? I am going to invite 10 people. 10 people can come on here via webcam. I'm only going to do 10 this time. Last time I did like 40, 50 people. That was way too long. So this time, only Buck Nation in the building. I'm only going to do 10 people. So I'm going to select 10 people. Matter of fact, the first 10 people can come on via webcam and we can have a conversation. Won't be long, but we can have a little conversation about the draft class because we cannot have this video going like 2 hours again. Okay. Last time I did everybody got a chance to talk about something. I did everybody that wanted to, talk via webcam. But this time I'm only going to do 10 people. 10 people. So, but before I bring the 10 people on, let me talk about the draft class and then I'll bring the 10 people on that whoever want to come on and join. Now, if you want to wait in line, feel free. I'm going to post the link in the chat room. So give me a second here. I'm going to copy this link here. So if you want to wait in the line, if you want to be one of the first 10, go ahead. You can go ahead and wait. But I'm gonna talk about this draft class. I'm going to go down the list and I'm going to tell you what I think about the draft class. And I'm going to give you my overall grade, what I think. And the link is in the chat room. It's https://streamyard.com. And there you have the code to get in via webcam. But let's get this draft class. So after watching 3 days of NFL draft, I got a chance to kind of soak everything in, and there's a lot of other stuff going on in the world of NFL, and people complaining about about other stuff and in life. And for some strange reason, the media is making a big stink about Aaron Rodgers, and the Packers now drafting the receiver. Aaron Rodgers need help and all this, whatever. But they all complaining about that. So I watched the draft for 3 days. I had a conversation with a lot of you. We talked about a lot of stuff. So I want to talk about the draft overall. The draft overall, matter of fact, I'm going to save that to the end. Let's get to the first round. So the first round was interesting. It didn't get interesting until around like the middle of the first round. That's when things kind of started getting a little funny and things start happening. So I'm fast forwarding to the 49ers comes up to pick at 13. Now we at 14 now. Thomas, Willis, and Becton off the board. So I'm like, we finna get Tristan. Hands down at 14. Then a trade comes. I'm like, somebody jumped in front of us to get Tristan. So once again, Jason Light probably waited too long. Come to find out, it was the Bucks trading up one pick, giving up a 4th round pick to make sure they get the right tackle / left tackle / guard. And I'll get to that in a second after watching some film, a lot of film. So we moved up one spot, gave up our comp 4 or 4th round pick to get Tristan. And there were some teams supposedly wanted to trade up in front of the Bucks via like Miami, and some other teams wanted to trade in front of the Bucks with 49ers and take Tristan. And the only reason why we probably got that pick at 13 because the 49ers picked up an extra pick and only moved back one spot to get Javon Kinlaw. Now, if we didn't make that trade, I'm pretty sure, or I ain't gonna say pretty sure, there's a 50-50 chance that the 49ers would have traded back, picked up whatever Miami was offering. The point was the 49ers did not want to go too far back to get Javon Kinlaw. If they would have went too far back, then Javon Kinlaw would have been gone. So I think the furthest they would have went back is 17. But I think the Cowboys would have probably picked him up. So I don't know if the 49ers wanted to do that. So there was a little pressure with Jason Light to make a move. He made a move. Be aggressive, right? No risk it, no biscuit. He said it himself. I watched his interview. He said, no risk it, no biscuit. I got to make sure I get this right tackle. If I don't get this right tackle, I'm going to get killed by the Bucs fan base. And I was going to get him. We had to get one of the big 4. Now, out of the big 4, Tristan was probably the reason why he dropped that far versus being in the top 5, top 7, top 10. It's a reason why. I get to that in 1 second. My top 2 tackles were Thomas and Willis. Now Becton and Tristan was pretty much a give or take, however you like either one. But because Becton and Tristan Wirfs were very athletic. If you want a technical plug and play right now, left tackle, Willis and Thomas are your 2 best bets. Now, we didn't get neither one of them. That's fine, but at least we got one of the big 4. The most athletic out of the 4, but not the most technical. So let's get to Tristan Wirfs. I'm gonna summarize this up as quick as I can. I watched some tape. I watched about 45 minutes of tape on Tristan. I replayed a lot. And folks, let me let y'all know right now. There's going to be some growing pains with Tristan Wirfs at right tackle. They're going to need to use the running back to help him out because he has some things that he got to clean up. He's a young tackle, very athletic. He's been relying on his athleticism and his brute strength to get by in the Big Ten, which is great. But now you get to the NFL, you're going to be facing elite pass rushers because they're going to test him. They're going to test Tristan. And he just got to get better. Now he's gonna get thrown into the fire, so he will give up some sacks. So do not get mad. You can get a little frustrated, but do not get mad if he give up some sacks. It's going to happen. He's a rookie, so can't be too hard on him. Actually, really can't be hard on him at all. I mean, but they're gonna have to assist him on the right side against Khalil Mack, Von Miller, Cam Jordan, Frank Clark, all these Melvin Ingram, like all these pass rushers that we're gonna be playing, you know what I'm saying? Like he's gonna need some assistance. Brian Burns, Derek Brown, he's gonna need some assistance. And one of the things I picked up on Tristan is and looking at highlight tapes and how he set his feet. He's very choppy with his feet. I'm just nitpicking. I'm not getting too crazy with him. Just nitpicking. But I noticed he has a problem with his first couple, his kick punch or his first kickback, his angle step. He tends to get a little bit choppy with his feet at the beginning. And in transition, he likes to try to set his feet in transition, which you can't do as a right tackle or left tackle because you end up being off balance. And there were some things that he was doing that he was off balance in some games last year, which is cool. That's fixable. That's development. That's reps. And get NFL coaching. NFL coaching should fix that, and his athleticism will kind of like catch up, to the technical part. You just got to get a little more technical in his hand placement and his ability to, because if you watch Willis and Tristan, there's a big difference, and Thomas, there's a big difference technically. Tristan's more athletic, but Thomas and Willis is more technical, sound than Tristan. Tristan is straight athleticism. That's why he's chopping with his feet on his kickback and his punch. Now, one of the things I also noticed against quick, twitchy pass rushers, he had a problem with Matos Gross. He had a problem with him in the Penn State game. He had some issues getting in the Michigan game, picking up stunts. That's hand placement. That's awareness. Because he's been getting about athleticism for a long time, but that's awareness. So there was a concern. I'm just giving y'all a heads up before y'all get too like, oh, Tristan gonna be. It's a heads up. There's a possibility that he's gonna have some issues with quick, twitchy pass rushers in space. It's a possibility because he has some issues at the college level, but it wasn't major. But now you in the big boy league. You got your big boy pants on. Now you're gonna be facing real pass rushers with more moves. Because in the Big Ten, the pass rushers that he was facing was pretty much simple, basic. But when he faced Matos Gross, they were stunting. Michigan pass rushers, they were stunting him. And he had a little trouble picking up stunts. Now, you can do that in college, but in the NFL, you can't be. Once the NFL got tape on you, they will eat you alive. They will eat you alive. Now, there will be chip blocks with Rojo and Keyshawn Vaughn and OJ Howard and Gronkowski helping him on the right side. They're going to leave Donovan Smith on an island, and we already know that story, how that's going to work out. So behoove of y'all for y'all expectations for Tristan. Don't raise it too high. I know we in a no risk it, no biscuit Super Bowl or bust season, but don't get too crazy about Tristan finna be a Pro Bowler. I'm gonna tell you right now, it's not gonna happen. He's not gonna be a Pro Bowler in his rookie season. How often do you see a rookie right tackle as a Pro Bowler? He's very athletic, but he has a problem with quick, twitchy, athletic pass rushers. I can see that already. And he's going to have problems with his foot placement in his first couple steps. His first 3 steps is choppy as hell. Very choppy. It's like because he's so fast, he feel like he could chop his steps to get back to in position. And then sometimes he get caught in a perpendicular angle. Sometimes he's getting caught with his shoulders squared up to the line of scrimmage. And when you're pretty much not squared up, but when you're at a perpendicular 90-degree, Khalil Mack can put his hand right here on your pads and bull rush him out the way. I mean, it happened already. It happened in the Michigan game a few times. But run blocking, he'll be fine because he's very, very good in short space. Now, I know I was talking about him being the left tackle. So in overall, that pick was a B. I mean, I'm sorry. That's not. The pick was an A, right? Because that was a position of need, a major need. So it was an A. They got a young, athletic, super uber talented right tackle. Now, here's his ceiling and his floor, right? He can be a really good right tackle, really good. He can be a pretty much really good left tackle if he hones his technical skills. But I'm gonna keep this in mind, folks. This guy can be a really elite guard, and I just explained why he could be. He's very good in short space, very good in run blocking. He's very powerful, athletic, so he can get to guys really quick. It's just when you got him in an island by himself, he gets a little shaky. But that can be corrected with the right coaching. The Bucs O-line last year, a lot of people were saying, 7th ranking at PFF and all that, but my eyes told me that they were not 7th ranking in PFF, but that's okay. We already talked about that. So hopefully Harold Godwin, Bruce Arians, Clark, all those guys get a hold of Tristan and teach him. Now, there's a possibility he can get kicked to the left side, but that's what remains to be seen. But right now, he'll be a right tackle, but he can be an elite guard. If it doesn't work out at tackle, he'll be a guard, and he good moving forward. So, in other words, we have a guy that can play multiple positions. He can play right tackle, left tackle, and right guard. So that's very good for the Bucs O-line. So Tristan will be a part of this O-line for years. But it's just they're going to start him out at right tackle and see how he develops at right tackle. And if Donovan Smith don't act right, just kick him over to the left because he's more athletic than Donovan Smith. He got faster feet than Donovan Smith. So, he can be a better left tackle than a right tackle. That's just my opinion. But he can be an elite guard, like a Brandon Sheriffs. The Washington Redskins guard. He can be, that's his ceiling. A Pro Bowl caliber guard, right guard. Andrews Pete did the same thing. Andrews Pete started out at tackle. He was very athletic. It didn't work out. They kicked him inside. He got a nice little contract from New Orleans. So it's cool. It's cool. Like that little lineup, that Marpet, Jensen, and Tristan Wirfs, that's an elite interior presence. And the right tackle situation can be Joe Haig or Alex Kappa. However you want to flip that. And then Donovan Smith, if he doesn't get his act right, if he don't give his act right, we can get Leatherwood from Alabama next year, or the swell left tackle from Oregon, or the left tackle from Alabama next year, Leatherwood. Those are 2 elite left tackles that we can probably plug and play next year. So that's just Tristan though. But I just broke down Tristan in a nutshell. I didn't want to get too in depth, but let's move on. That's an A, first round pick. We got one of the big 4 that has he has a very good floor and he has a high ceiling. You get what I'm saying? I gave you the floor and I gave you the ceiling. All right. So next pick was the second round pick. Pick number 45. I'll get to this question in a second. So second round, Running backs was on the board. Every running back was on the board except for DeAndre Swift, right? DeAndre Swift got picked up by the Lions. So I'm like, okay, picks going by. I'm like, I wonder if the Bucs going to trade up and probably grab, Dobbins or Taylor, or Akers, or, this is the time that you get your running back in your second round. Now, we drafted Rojo, what Dort Cutter did 2 years ago in the second round. That's cool. There were some backs in the second round that I felt like we should have got, that we passed up an opportunity to get a better grade of a running back. And I'll get to Keyshawn Vaughn in a second because I watched some film on him. I'll get to him in a second. But there were other running backs that I felt that were a better, like another level higher than Keyshawn, right? So our pick comes up. I'm like, okay, there's a couple of running backs on the board. Dobbins was on the board. I'm like, okay, this is the pick right here. This is no brainer, right? Because I had the Bucs pegged to get Dobbins. Now, the safety position was not on my radar, even though I was like, a veteran presence of a safety would do great for the Bucs. Not a rookie. Now, this pick kind of blindsided me a little bit. When the Bucs picked Antoine Winfield Jr. His dad played in the NFL for a long time, corner, slot, feisty, got some interceptions, underrated. And he resembles his dad quite a bit. So he has very good pedigree. So I was skeptical at first with the pick because the running back was the better need, a higher value, but the running back class was deep. So I was like, okay, they picked him. So I did some tape watching on him. I did, went in depth. So one thing about Antoine Winfield Jr., his ceiling is like a Earl Thomas, Tyrann Mathieu type guy, Bob Sanders. Very stocky, 5'8", about 5'8", 5'9", 185, 190 pounds. Really feisty, can tackle, very good fundamentals, savvy. He displays veteran instincts. He kind of knows where to be at. He always around the ball. He don't miss tackles. And the one thing, like when you really look at the pick and you look at our safeties didn't really do anything last year as far as interceptions. Like I can understand why Todd Bowles pushed for that pick. But that was a Todd Bowles pick. He really wanted a safety that can play and can cause turnovers. Now I know people talk about the height. He 5'9". I even brought it up, right? But he plays bigger than that. Because he's been watching tape since he was a kid. I watched some interviews with him. He's been watching tape since he was a kid. So the guy gets it. The pedigree is there. His floor is he going to be a decent guy, a decent safety. You can kick him into the slot. He's very multi-dimensional. He's actually faster than Tyrann Mathieu. By the way, folks, if you want to look at it, Tyrann Mathieu ran a 4.53. Antoine Whitfield went on 4.48. They're about the same height, same weight, same grit, same determination, got something to prove, just out there just causing problems. And when I watch Antoine Whitfield in Minnesota, he always causing a problem for the offense. He always in a position to make a play, a tackle, an interception, a fumble call, whatever. But in addition to this guy, he can also bring value in the return game. And the Bucs sorely need somebody that can get back there and catch some punts. Not kickoffs, because he's not going to do that. But the punt return game, he has some skills. The pedigree, folks, he has pedigree. Now, was it the need that I wanted? Was it the pick that I wanted the Bucs to get? No, I wanted the Bucs to get J.K. Dobbins, and they didn't. The Ravens did, and they gave the Ravens an A+ for that. Damn, Jason. But Antoine Whitfield will be a good player, and he can develop and be a really good player. Now, here's the thing about Antoine Whitfield. He will be out there starting this year. You don't take a guy that high with that level of skill and say, oh, we just going to start you on special teams. Antoine Whitfield Jr. will be starting. Now, he was at Minnesota for some years. He didn't, he was like a redshirt junior or redshirt sophomore. So, and he had some injury problems, so he didn't flash on the radar until like his last year and a half. So it's going to be interesting in the safety room. I know people talking about it, and I'm getting to it in a second, but the safety room will be interesting because Jason Light said he expects Justin Evans to be there ready to go in training camp. So that's Justin Evans, Antoine Winfield Jr., Mike Edwards, Jordan Whitehead. And I think Andrew Adams is still on the team, and Dakota Dixon. So it's like, what are we doing right there? Like, I don't know what's going on with the safety position, but Antoine Whitfield will be out there starting. Hands down. He's better than Mike Edwards. And that's no shade to Mike Edwards. It's just that he just didn't cause no turnovers, and they saw the talent and the value was better to get him there than a running back. That's the decision that Jason Light got to live with. Personally, I would have took a running back, and I stand by that because I just felt like running back was a bigger need, and another running back, another skillful running back at that position in the draft was the better need. But we took Antoine Winfield. He's not a bad player, but I gave that pick a B. Okay, that was a B. Remember, he has a high ceiling because he has instincts, he has grit, he has toughness, he has awareness. He watched a lot of film. He's been watching film since he was a kid. So shouts out to Antoine Whitfield Jr. I expect you to do big things. I expect you to contribute early. At the way where they draft you at, you will be on the field early. And your dad taught you very well how to read your keys in the passing game. I like to play the DB a little bit too, and I actually picked that on Antoine Winfield. So shouts out to Antoine Winfield. Third round pick. So now I'm like, we didn't get our running back in the second round. So here go third round. I still Anthony McFarland, there's a couple of the running backs, Zach Moss. I'm like, all right, cool. We'll get a running back in the third round. Boom, we come out and we get Keyshawn Vaughn. Now, this is the pick that I'm like, this is probably the one pick I was like, that wasn't the pick. And there's no knock on Keyshawn. I watched tape on him. I'm about to talk about it in a second. Keyshawn is a good back. All right. Keyshawn Vaughn is a good back. But I just felt like there were better backs to get. More elite backs. More backs with higher upside. Like Clyde Edwards-Helaire, J.K. Dobbs. Now, mind you, the running back is just as good as the O-line is. So Keyshawn Vaughn value will be dependent on the O-line. And we've all seen the Bucs O-line history in the run blocking. Regardless of what you say about the O-line, 7th rank in the PFF, their run blocking sucks. So unfortunately, him and Ronald Jones will have to bear through this again unless they got their sugar honey iced tea together this year with the run blocking. Now, the reason why I say that is being that the Bucs run blocking has been bottom 10 for the last 5 years or last 4 years. And it's facts. You can look it up yourself. It's been ranked below 20 for the last 4 years. After Doug Martin in 2016, 17, 18, 19, bottom 10. You can spin it how you want to spin it. You can say, oh, because of the quarterback, because of the turnovers. But when all that stuff wasn't going on, they still couldn't run the ball. Had a lot of attempts, couldn't run the ball. So Keyshawn Vaughn is not the type of guy like a KJ Dobbs or a Clyde Edwards-Helaire. I know a lot of people say don't sleep on him. He's a good back, yada, yada, yada. I know, folks, but remember, where do you put Keyshawn Vaughn compared to the other backs? Where do you rank him at? Is he better than KJ Dobbs? Is he better than Akers? Is he better than Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Jonathan Taylor, AJ Dillon? Like, even in the draft board, like they didn't even have Keyshawn going in the top 3 rounds. Is he an elite back? No. Okay. Oh, he was in Vanderbilt, and Vanderbilt had a really bad O-line. He ran all those yards. Yes, he did. A lot of those games was against bottom level defenses too. And the games that he played against higher level defenses, I guess you're gonna blame the Vanderbilt O-line, whatever. But there were other backs better than him at the time. and before we drafted him. That's just my opinion. Agree to disagree. You can try to hype it up and say, "Oh, Keyshawn Vaughn is a beast." Yes, he's a beast. Yeah, I seen the tape. He's very, very powerful. He's hard to tackle. He can catch a little bit too. He can. I don't know about pass blocking, but he can catch a little bit. But I don't picture him in the third down back role. Remember, Keyshawn Vaughn started out at Illinois as a freshman, and he transferred from Illinois to Vanderbilt. Very good, very, very good academic school. He's had some good games. Like I said, he's not a bad running back. I just feel like there were better running backs before him that we could have taken, or maybe traded back up to get. Keyshawn Vaughn is not in my top 5 running backs in this year's draft. This past draft, he was not my top 5. And for those of you that try to spin this and say, "Oh, Keyshawn Vaughn's beast," then why weren't you talking about him before? Why weren't you talking about Keyshawn Vaughn before the draft? Because none of y'all was talking about him. None of y'all was talking about Keyshawn Vaughn. And all of a sudden, the Bucs draft him. "Oh, Keyshawn Vaughn's a beast." Don't let me pull up receipts. Because none of y'all were talking about him. Now all of a sudden the Bucs get him and say, "Oh, he's a beast now." Like, come on, man. He's a good back. 4'5'1", 5'9", 5'10", 218 pounds, 220 pounds. Good straight line speed. He actually has long speed. His burst is okay. He can actually sustain speed. But is he an elite back? Is he a number 1 back? I think he's a complimentary back. That's just me. He might can prove me wrong. If Keyshawn Vaughn can prove me wrong, more power to you. That will be good. Prove me wrong, Keyshawn. If all those teams that passed you up, all the people that didn't think he was a top 5 back in the draft, prove us all wrong. Now, if he don't prove us wrong, he becomes a serviceable back, a complimentary back. I watched the tape, folks. I watched about 30 minutes of his tape. Highlights, games. Like, he got good skills. Not elite, though. It's a reason why teams passed him up. If he was that good, why did teams pass him up? Now, there's other backs that have been drafted later and been really good. Alvin Kamara, James Conner. There's other backs that has been drafted 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th round. Kareem Hunt. So you don't necessarily have to go in the 1st, 2nd round to be really good. It's just that history shows when you add up these numbers, and they do this for a living, analytics and all that stuff like that. He grades out to be a complimentary back or a very good backup based on his height, weight, speed, his style of running. He comes out to be a very, a good back, a good complimentary back, a good backup. And he can probably play some special teams too. And picking those guys in the 3rd round, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just that it was better backs. And I want y'all to understand, there were better backs available. What's the problem? You can't tell me the running back that was picked before him, he's better than. Well, you can tell me that, but I'm gonna disagree with you. Because a lot of y'all wanted the top 5 running backs, one of them. I've heard Taylor, Dillon, Akers, Dobbins, Edwards-Helaire. Like, I've heard them all. I didn't hear nothing about Keyshawn Vaughn from none of y'all. Now, I've seen somebody say something about Keyshawn Vaughn is a faster version of Peyton Barber. Remember now, well, Keyshawn Vaughn had 1,000 yards and all that. Well, so did Peyton Barber. And Peyton Barber went undrafted. Peyton Barber had 1,000 yards at Auburn. I'm not saying Keyshawn Vaughn is Peyton Barber, but I can see the similarities. Peyton Barber wasn't garbage. He just wasn't good enough. We seen Dobbin at the highest level perform. And unfortunately, it's not Keyshawn Vaughn's fault or Vanderbilt O-line was trash. I get it. But still, there were better running backs. Anyway, so I give that grade a C. C. Due to the position we was in and there was other running backs available. We didn't have any 4th round picks. We gave those up for Gronkowski and Tristan. So 5th round, we had Tyler Johnson. This is probably my favorite pick. And the more and more tape I watch on this guy, the more and more I'm like, this dude gonna be a problem. Don't be surprised this guy is starting. Tyler Johnson from Minnesota. This dude got hands. He's a very good possession receiver. He's a slower version of Chris Godwin. And the only reason why he didn't go in the top 3 rounds is because of his speed. That's the only reason. He was just as productive as Jerry Jeudy, Ruggs, Mims. He was just as productive. He just didn't have the elite athleticism. But the dude can play receiver. PJ Fleck has done a really good job with Rashad Bateman and Tyler Johnson. Rashad Bateman will be an NFL receiver next year and will be drafted higher than Tyler Johnson. Remember that name, Rashad Bateman from Minnesota. He will be in the first 3 rounds. He's a very good receiver. Actually, he was a better one out of the 2. Has the most potential. But Tyler Johnson will be on the field, folks. This dude got hands. He runs route very good. And I didn't even see this pick coming. I wanted KJ Hill. I did. But Tyler Johnson is a problem. He made, I forgot the team he played, Auburn secondary look really bad. Tyler Johnson was killing Auburn secondary. All these 3, 4, 5-star recruits Auburn got in the secondary couldn't do nothing with Tyler Johnson. This dude can line up in the slot and he can be immediate impact. That's the pick that I'm going to be watching. That's the pick we're going to be like, that was a good pick. He got a little Chris Godwin in him. He can catch the ball in traffic. He's very tough. He take the hits. Very sure-handed. Runs very crisp routes. He just don't have the speed. And what do you do with those guys? You put him in the slot. The fact that he can chop his he is a tactician when it comes to breaking the corner down right before he makes his move for a route. I'm telling you folks, if you haven't watched his route running, it's exactly Tony Lee. His route running is elite. And it's crazy. Like, people are like, how the heck did he go in the 5th round? I'm telling you why. Speed. Nothing to do with his hands. Nothing to do with his route running. Speed. And as a slot guy, you don't draft a slot guy in the 1st or 2nd round. You just don't do that. You draft an elite, I'm a number 1 receiver in the 1st round or even 2nd round. Even sometimes 3rd. Now, there's some few exceptions that some guys will sneak in 4th and 5th round, maybe 6th, but for the most part, the first 3 rounds, you draft the number 1 guy. Tyler Johnson is a beast. I give that pick a B. And where we got him at, hellified pick. B. Good pick. And it would not surprise me this dude is starting at slot at some point this season. Or if not starting at slot, this dude will be on the field. And Tom Brady is going to like him. It's only one football, folks. There's only one football to go around. And this is no knock. I see somebody brought it. I knew this was going to happen. I know we got Scotty Miller, but Justin Watson, you on the clock, buddy. You're on the clock. Scotty Miller is safe. But Justin Watson, I don't know about you, bro. Because you last year was running some weird routes. Your route recognition was not where it needed to be. You caused a couple interceptions. In them videos, like you were running this way instead of that way. Yeah, you and Brashard Perriman, yeah, you caused a couple interceptions. But I'm not blaming you, but it's just that your route running was not the best. But he can be serviceable in special teams. So Tyler Johnson, man, watch out for that guy. I'm gonna be a big fan of him, man. If his jersey get released, I'm taking his jersey. I'm a receiver guy. And then the 6th round pick, we picked up Khalil Davis. Now, this is where these guys that get picked in these later rounds, the sixth and seventh round, fifth, sixth, seventh round, these guys are special teamers, and you might find a couple gems out of these rounds. Some guys make it to backups and serviceable backups, or regulars. Not a lot. The percentages are very low. The higher, the lower you get picked. So guys in the fifth, sixth, and seventh round, their chances of making the team is less than probably 20%, unless they really stand out, unless it was something medical, or maybe because of your speed, but you got everything else, just want to see you in person, and then you were worth the fifth round pick, sixth round, seventh round pick. So Khalil Davis is one of those guys. 6'1", about 308 pounds, 310 pounds. So I watched some tape on Khalil Davis. Got a twin brother, Carlos Davis, Nebraska. Big Ten Defensive Player of the Year, Defensive Lineman of the Year. So that was a great reward to get. The Big Ten has produced some good D linemen, right? But Khalil Davis went in the sixth round for a reason, folks, and I'm going to tell you my opinion on why he went in the sixth round. Okay, defensive tackle, 6'1". He ran a 4.85, 4.87, whatever the case may be. Played in Nebraska. He played up and down the line. So he has versatility, but he has athletic limitations. So he remember when Warren Sapp was about that height, 6'1", 6'1", 290 pounds, 300 pounds, depending on what year you're looking at. But Warren Sapp had elite hand-foot placement, elite skills. Khalil Davis, the reason why he went in the sixth round, he's lacking the elite ability. He did dominate some games in the Big Ten, but we're talking about the NFL. We're talking about grown men that he got to go against. And here's a telltale sign about where Khalil Davis can possibly, what's his style, or what's his floor, and what's his ceiling. Turn on the tape against Wisconsin. And we all know about Wisconsin O-line. It's pretty much the NFL O-lineman, right? So any D-line that goes up against Wisconsin can give you a telltale sign of how good they're going to be, or where they could be at coming into the draft or coming into the league. Khalil Davis just didn't cut it against Wisconsin. Just couldn't cut it. He just couldn't do anything against them. The behemoths. He couldn't do anything. Wisconsin line was just that good and that big. And that is the concern with Khalil Davis, is he went in the sixth round for a reason, because of his ceiling is very low. Can he be a rotational guy? Sure. But it's going to be he's going to have a long road to getting to that level, to be the next second wave to come in at 6'1", 308 pounds, and so athleticism. Yeah, he dominated. He played up and down the line, but he can't do nothing with double teams. Nothing with double teams. Like, he just get ate up, and he can get stronger. He can get in the strength and conditioning. He can get in there and get in the gym and all that stuff, like, get stronger. But when you already getting dominated in college, when you play the better O-lines, the Wisconsins, the Iowas, and you don't really do too much. This is not me. The NFL spoke already about Khalil Davis. That's why he went in the sixth round. And if the Bucs didn't pick him, he probably would have seventh round undrafted. I don't know, but it's a reason why he went there. He has a low ceiling. His floor is a rotational guy, can cause some problems. And if he so happened to break out and become one of those, oh shoot, like this dude actually really good, like a Warren Sapp type thing, or Aaron Donnell, because Aaron Donnell is like the same size, just a little bit smaller and more muscular and more stronger, more quicker. So when you're looking at guys at his level, 6'1", 6 foot defensive tackles, those ain't running around like that in the NFL. And you can't line them up as a 5 technique or a 3 technique. You can't do it at a wide 9. You got to get him in a small box where he can be quick, because he got quick feet, got quick hand movement. So you got to put him in a small box. That means defensive tackle, like a Warren Sapp, over the guard type, deal. Or outside the guards, outside the right, or outside the guard's shoulders. You know what I'm saying? Like, so he can penetrate. He's a penetrator. He's not going to overpower you or anything like that. So he's going into a team with some good D linemen. Now, if he makes the team, great. He better learn from Nacho. Nacho, get Khalil Davis and get him on your wing and show him how to make the team, be professional, and be a rotational guy. Because that's what Nacho is. That's probably Khalil Davis's ceiling. Nacho. Okay. So I give that a C. Because he's not a bad player. He just has limitations. People like guys like this will get C's, right? Unless you're just really bad. Chappell Russell. This was a Temple, Iowa pick. This was a Bruce Arians, Todd Bowles pick. Give back to the university. We're gonna look out for somebody that has been unfortunate in it. And Chappell Russell has been unfortunate. 2 ACL tears. So that pretty much killed his stock. If you watch the tape before his injuries, or even before the second injury, the dude was at least a second or third round pick because the dude can tackle. The dude has tenacious. He's very tenacious. He's very aggressive. He can tackle. He don't miss a lot of tackles, and he comes to lay the wood. But medical concerns got him all the way down to the 7th round. Medical. That is the only reason why he went in the 7th round. Because outside of his medical, if he didn't have that problem, the Bucs would have never got him in the 7th round. Never. So if he can turn out to be something, remember Thomas Davis? Well, Thomas Davis was probably a little bit more talented, but Thomas Davis had 2 ACL tears. But the good thing about Chappell Russell, he had his ACL tears when he was young, so he was able to recover and recoup quicker. Because, when you're younger, you can recover from injury pretty fast. And, sidebar, even if you're older and you get injured, you can recover pretty fast if you've been taking care of your body too. So don't let that narrative fool you. Like when you're younger, you heal faster. You do, but you can also heal pretty fast if you take care of your body as you get older. Well, you are what you eat. You are what you eat. But it does help if you're younger. But Chappell Russell can be a player on the Bucs in some shape, way, or form. Maybe on special teams. We're going to see how he look in camp. I'm going to keep my eye on Chappell Russell because the dude got talent. I watched some tape of him at Temple, and this dude was all over the place. I didn't watch the play where he got injured, both plays where he got injured at, but outside of those injuries, the dude is a problem. If he can stay healthy and they can pretty much kind of like maybe get him under the medical care of NFL, doctors, and they can really kind of make sure his knees, his ACLs is good, and he get the green light, the dude can kind of be right there with Kendall Beckwith. Remember Kendall Beckwith? Kendall Beckwith would have been good if he wouldn't have broke his ankle in the car accident. Kendall Beckwith would have been that dude. Can you imagine how would it be if Kendall Beckwith wouldn't have got hurt? Well, we would have drafted Devin White because Kendall Beckwith was going to be that dude. If Kendall Beckwith would have never got hurt, I don't think we draft Devin White because we had, Levante David. And we let go Quan Alexander, and we had Kendall Beckwith. So I see how the thing kind of changed. It's just how things happen. If Kendall Beckwith would have never broke his ankle, messed up his ankle, shattered his ankles, Devin White wouldn't be on the team. We would have took somebody else. Yep. And man, Kendall Beckwith, man, that dude had a promising career too. He did. I seen it. He was looking really good out there too, man. But it sucks, man. I hate to see people like that. Good people like that, lose their career. And he'll be taken care of for the rest of his life because he got injured in the NFL while he was in the NFL. So he'll be good. So, but Chappell, I'm gonna give Chappell a C. Even in the 7th round, he get a C because the dude got talent. Just injuries. And last but not least, before I get into my 10 people that want to get on, if they want to come on, Raymond Calais. This dude is a burner. All caps. The dude was all-state track in Louisiana. He went to Louisiana Lafayette. In high school, he won some track meets, and this dude got blazing. He's probably the fastest dude. Actually, he is. Well, him and Scotty Miller need to race. Him and Scotty Miller need to race. He ran a 4.42, but I think he's faster than that because the tape don't lie. Raymond Khalil. This dude is an extra burner. Like, he has an extra gear, and he has long speed. I put on the tape for this dude. I put the video on, his highlights, and his game tape. This dude outruns angles. This dude, if he get the ball in space, if he get a crease, it's over. And he can return kicks. That might be our kick returner, folks. That can be our kick return. Forget TJ Logan. Raymond Khalil. You better watch out for that dude in training camp if we have one. That dude is a football burner. And he can play football. Because, we've seen guys, track guys and all this stuff like that. Like, we've seen some track guys that they're not really good at football. But then there's track guys that translates very well in football. The only reason why he went in the 7th round is because of his size and the level of competition he played. Now, they viewed him as a track guy. That's why he went in the 7th round, and he's small, right? So he wasn't on nobody's radar. He didn't get any big offers. But if he somehow makes the team, it will be on special teams. And if somehow he just happened to just kind of creep on up to the 3rd down back, the little James White, Deion Lewis type, see ya. The dude got burners, dog. I watched the tape on that dude. I'm like, can they even catch this dude? It's like he playing with kids. He was playing with kids in high school. When you're running around with kids like really young, like 5 years old, 6 years old, they can't even catch you. That's how he look on the field with, 18, 19, 20-year-olds. The dude, Raymond Khalil, man, watch out for that dude. The dude got extra gear, man, and he can help out on special teams too. I'm looking forward to him too. Him and Tyler Johnson. 5th round pick and the 7th round pick. I'm not worried about Tristan and Antoine and Keisha. I'm not. No. The 5th round pick, Tyler Johnson and Raymond Khalil, the 2nd, 7th rounder. If that dude gets a crease, now, unfortunately, our special teams has been one of the worst in the NFL. Punt return, kick return, punt coverage, kickoff return block. We have one of the worst. This was a special team pick. Antoine Whitfield can help out on special teams, punt return. Raymond Khalil can help out on kick return. They needed to do something back there, and they obviously addressed that. They addressed it. They addressed the kickoff and punt return situation with guys that can make plays with their feet. Because remember Tommy Lee from New Orleans Saints, the 5'7" little mini macro guy. He got burners. The Saints picked him up. He 5'7". So what's wrong with Raymond Khalil? Tommy Lee, he wasn't drafted, was he? Spark, man. You need a spark on that punt return, kick return, man. But do not run that dude up the middle. Okay? No 2 yards and cloud of dust. Give that dude some toss sweeps or some screens. I want to see him in preseason. I want to see Raymond Khalil in preseason. Don't run him up the middle. Byron Leftwich. 2 yards in the cloud of dust, Peyton Barber style. Khalil's a beast, dog. Just watch the highlight film on him. I'm gonna give that a C, even in the 7th round. So the Bucs have made some really good picks. 5th, 6th, as far as what they was picked at, 5th, 6th, and the 2 7-rounders graded out as a C. Those picks right there graded out as a C. They're not really bad. They're not really, really good. You know what I'm saying? Like, Tyler Johnson, he can be a problem. He can be a really good productive guy. And Raymond Calais, Chappell Russell, if he checks out everything right with his ACLs, Chappell Russell can really be, if he checks out right medically, he good. Got a steal. There's a couple steals back there. Tyler, Chappell Russell, Raymond Calais. Those are a couple steals. If they all pan out correctly, in a parallel universe, can you imagine Raymond Calais getting more reps than Keyshawn Vaughn on third downs as a pass catching back? That is another dynamic that we don't have on the team. We still don't have that third down back. We still don't have that third down back. Keyshawn Vaughn is not the guy. But anyway, in all, I give the grade a B. The Bucs draft class, a B. They picked up a tackle, a safety, a running back, or two running backs, a receiver, D tackle, and linebacker. All filled needs except for the quarterback situation. I thought they was going to grab Anthony Gordon, and then they picked up some undrafted free agents on Michael Divinity, LSU D lineman. He can pop. He just has some off the field issues. Michael Divinity, he's actually pretty good. Hopefully he turned out to be something. Now he could be one of those. He kind of remind me of Donnell Hunter. Michael Divinity, he remind me of a Donnell Hunter. Okay, if he's anything like Donnell Hunter, we got to steal. Michael Divinity, undrafted free agent. So with that being said, I'm going to open up the floor. Does anybody want to come on and talk for about a minute or two about kind of give me a summary of the draft class? Don't go by pick, but if you want to just give me like your grade or give me a quick overview of what you think about the draft class. The link is in the chat room. If you want to come on via webcam, I'll wait for a couple minutes. I'll look at the chat room and entertain for a little bit. But if nobody comes on, I'm gonna cut the screen short. But if you want to come on via webcam and take about a minute, maybe 2 minutes to kind of talk about it a little bit, feel free. And I'm gonna read some of these chats. So what undrafted? I forgot we picked up undrafted free agent. Let me look. Let me see who we drafted undrafted. We picked up Reed Sinetti from San Diego. Cam Gill, Michael Divinity, Parnell Motley, the cornerback from Oklahoma. He's not bad. Zachary Shackelford, Nasir Player, Benny Potuia from Washington, and Travis Johnson from Montana State. What up? Well, I don't think anybody coming on via webcam, but if not, there's my draft summary. I gave the Bucs draft class a B. Tell me what you guys think in the comment section. That was something that fell off my table over there. That wasn't the door. Jay Clark, that was not the door, man. That was something, I need to go check that, right? But anyway, I don't think anybody coming on webcam, so that's cool. I'll make another video probably tomorrow or Thursday. We'll talk about I gotta talk about the quarterback coach situation too, moving forward. So you saw that, right? You saw that, Dub? I was like, what the fuck? Like kind of, hey, I got quick twitchy muscles, man. I don't my awareness, my hypervigilance, I'm very Oh, Reflexes, baby. Reflexes. I'm fast, baby. I used to be fast, but I'm very quick. I'm still very quick. I'm not as fast as I used to be. I used to be like what was a 4.49, 4.51. Oh, we got somebody coming on via webcam. First one, Johnny.
What's up, Isaiah? How you doing, man?
What's going on, Johnny? Welcome to Bucco's Locker, man. You know, as you can see, I talked about the draft class. I kind of went through the whole thing. Just kind of summarize it up for me, man. Like, you know, give me your synopsis. Give me your summary of what you think about the draft class.
Yeah, well, I tell you, man, you know, I really have been watching a lot of highlights on that Calais guy, man, the 7th round pick on that running back. And I tell you one thing, man, this guy is dynamite with a capital D with an exclamation mark. He's going to make some, you know, and the reason why I say this, he might be small, but here's the thing, Isaiah. You're talking about a guy that's going to have an offensive line that's going to create holes for him. This guy has home run speed, and I mean home run speed. He gets out in the open, man. It's all over with, man. He's gonna and then you add on top of the fact of all the weapons that Tom Brady has. Godwin, he has Evans, he has O.J. Howard, Cameron Brate. He's able to throw to all these guys, and then now you add a running game like that. Now he may not be a guy that's going to catch passes in the backfield, but here's the thing though. He has, you know, that's what you got drafted Vaughn for. You know, we've got Vaughn for that. So we have got like a scat back, a pass catching back, Ronald Jones. So you've got all these different 3 backs that you can work with and to add them in. And I tell you what, man, it's going to be something else. I tell you, I cannot have even to understand the excitement that I have coming up here for this season. You know, this is the first time, Isaiah, I've been watching you now for almost 4 or 5 years, believe it or not. I'm not kidding, man. And I tell you what, I've been a Bucs fan since 1980. I went to season tickets with my dad to the big sombrero. Seeing the Bucs play in them puke white, creamsicle orange puke color uniform, and they were never better than 8-8. And, I mean, you're talking, Vinny Testaverde dancing around doing that Olay bullshit for fucking 6 years. I'll tell you what, it was one hell of a half a mess I have to deal with that, man. And, I've always, the Buccaneers to me has always been one of them teams, like one of them old dogs you don't want to shoot, kind of like old Yeller, you get so pissed off, and when they lose, man, I tell you, my week, I feel like my week is worse than what the Bucs feel. I mean, I'm really that pissed off, man. It really does. It gets to me big time. And but the thing is, man, is we have a trophy team this year, and I mean, none of the likes that I think anybody ever seen. Now, if you back in the day, they used to be able to build those super teams. We used to have the super teams. You could build it. They have the, now with a salary cap space, they're not allowing that to happen. But for unbelievably, I mean, they're allowing this to happen to the Bucs. And, I tell you, when Brady came to the Buccaneers, and I swear to shitting God, man, I literally felt like I had my first child. And, it was the most unbelievable thing I've ever gone through. Having him, I was like, holy hell, we got Tom Brady. And, and people are making a big mistake. I tell you, Belichick is making a huge mistake, man. This guy has an ego bigger than Satan's. And, I shit you not, man. I mean, he thinks he can just win with freaking 4th graders out there. And, and that's his thing. He wants to prove to everybody that he can win without Tom Brady. And Tom Brady wants to go out there and prove that he can win without Bill Belichick. And, that's the thing, man. Tom Brady's going to win that battle. And he already knew. He knew damn well, it's so funny that he scouted out. I guarantee you there was probably 10 other teams than Tom Brady. And Tom Brady already knew which team he wanted. He wanted to come to our beloved Buccaneers. And, he said, I'm coming to my beloved Buccaneers. I'm going to do this, man. I'm going to go to Tampa Bay. I'm going to show everybody Buccaneers, a 3.347 win percentage, worst in total sports history losing percentage that you can get. And he said, I'm going to go to the Buccaneers and I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with the Buccaneers. I'm going to take the worst winning team in history and I'm going to turn them around. And not only am I going to turn them around, but I'm going to turn around the culture. I'm going to make the culture different in Tampa Bay. The losing culture is now going to turn into a winning culture. And this is what's going to do it, man. I know I've got a little bit off sidetracked here. I know we're talking about the draft class. Sorry about that, but I just wanted to get you to know who I am. I've been watching you forever, and I wanted you to see who I am, because I tell you, I'm a crazy son of a bitch. And we got to be in touch. What's that now?
I appreciate you been supporting the channel for all these years, and in the background, I'm happy that you came on via webcam for the first time. So shouts out to you, Johnny, and your insight has gave me some energy.
Well, that's what I'm full of, man. I am full of energy and pipe. Man, you never know, man. I've got another couple of guys I've been working with on another channel. They want me to come on air and work with them. They're also Bucs fans, and they just started a new channel. And maybe one of these days, man, we can all get together and we can all go to a Bucs game and go together and watch them sons of bitches kick ass. Oh, excuse my language. Sorry, I know this is a PG-13. Excuse me about that.
That's all right. I would definitely be at about 3 or 4 home games this year and about 3 away games. So I'll be at least about 5 or 7 games this year. So,
well, I don't know if you have Facebook, but look me up on Facebook. My name is John Haynes, and I'm wearing a gray sweatshirt. I'm holding a big ass snook in my hands. I'm a big fisherman.
I do have a Facebook page.
What's that?
The Buckles Locker do have a Facebook page.
It does, really?
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, now what is that? You just put in Bucko's Locker and then punch that in under Facebook? Oh man, I'm definitely going to that. Yeah, I've been watching you forever, man. You're just such a knowledgeable man when it comes to this game, and that's what I respect most about you, is that you just have that knowledge. And I just listen to everything you say. You were talking about forever the same thing I was thinking. We need O-line. We need O-line. We need O-line. And you've been saying it for years. And what do? They do the exact opposite. Now they finally did the right thing, Isaiah. We got an offensive tackle, and this guy's a freak. Did you see he can jump out of a damn pool?
I watched about 50 minutes of his tape.
Yeah, I mean, jumping out of a pool 3.5 foot deep. I mean, that's 320 pounds he's got to bring out of that pool, man.
Very athletic. Very.
Oh, unbelievable. Excuse me. But Isaiah, it's been a pleasure, man. Listen, I really appreciate you taking me on here, man. When you see John Haynes from now on, now you know who I am.
Now I know who you is, John Haynes. Shouts out to John Haynes, a part of the Bandit community. Bandits are out there. We are out there, and we are taking and not giving.
No, absolutely. I tell you what, them Saints fans, I tell you what, I guarantee you they're shaking in their boots right now, man. They are. They're nervous as a whore in church. And there's some serious games. I tell you, those 2 games of the Saints this year, I really believe are going to be one of the biggest, closest, and it's going to be one of the biggest shootouts I think the NFL has ever seen. I think it has that potential anyway.
We definitely will see. This year with that rivalry. It's going to be increased for the next year or two. So with the presence of Tom Brady and Gronkowski, and now this draft class, so we're going to see, Johnny. And I really appreciate you coming on, man, and giving me some insight and that energy, man. I got somebody else behind you. Want to come on in?
Yes, sir.
Shout out to you, Johnny. Appreciate you supporting the channel, and salute to you.
Thank you very kindly, sir. God bless. We'll talk to you soon again.
All right, come on back.
I sure will. All right.
All right, thanks, man. Johnny on the spot. Fire those cannons. Woo, that man had a lot of energy. Capital G. So my next person I'm about to bring on. So that was one. So I got 9 more to go. So now we got another one after Mr. Bucks. It'll be 8 more, and I'm gonna keep going. So who? Oh, he just dropped off. I had somebody coming on. Yeah, Johnny was hype. I like that energy, man. I like guys like that, man. He provides, good energy, good positive energy, man. I can feel that. I felt that one. Woo! I feel like putting on some pads. I just had somebody coming on, but I guess he dropped off. I don't know what happened. I was gonna bring him on. But 9 more people to choose from. If anybody want to come on board, the link is in the description or in the chat room. If you want to come on the StreamYard via webcam and give me some energy, talk about what you think about the draft class, not everybody in general, but just the class in general. Feel free to come on, man. I'm gonna give it about a couple more minutes, and let me see if anybody else want to come on via webcam. If you like this live stream, make sure you like the video. So I'm gonna give it a couple more minutes and see if anybody want to come on via webcam and spill your thoughts about the draft class overall. I gave it a B. I gave the draft class a B. That was my overall grade, a B. I know y'all probably looking at the numbers like, well, he got a C, a C, and a C, and a B, and an A. I don't think that's a B. But just overall, the whole how it looks, you know what I'm saying? I gave it a B. I know my math might be crazy, but it is what it is. Steven Quintana, what up, Steven? He says, let me put some up here. Let me see. I'm gonna play in the chat room for a little bit, for about 10 minutes, maybe 5 or 10 minutes. Until anybody want to come on. Like I said, you want to come on, feel free to come on via webcam. I still think Donovan Smith needs to move to the right side. We all do. Steven, we've all said this 100 times. I'd rather Tristan play left tackle right away. He's more athletic, better footwork, more faster. But we'll see. Garrett Griffin says, I wanted that Michigan guard, but he went to the Pats. I know. I think we could have got another O lineman in the draft. Late round, you know. Joan Melnick, our running game will be a good deal better with worse and undrafted free agent. I don't know. We're gonna see, man. The running game has been bottom 10 for the last 3-4 years. So I don't know. The running game gotta show me something. Hector Roke said Donovan's contract needs to be restructured. He does. He's getting overpaid. We should get a right tackle in free agency and move Worth to guard. Well, like I said, Worth will be an elite guard if you don't make it at tackle. Trill Gboard too. I definitely thought we could have took more than on O-line. Yeah, we could have took more O-line. I said we should have. Legendary. I still think the Bucs fall short of playoffs. I don't want to be a doubter, but why do you feel that way, Derry? Legendary. Why do you feel that way? Why do you feel that way about the Bucs falling short to the playoffs? You think Tom Brady ain't going, like, it won't be a one-man show, I'll tell you that much. Brady will not be the reason why we go to the playoffs. It will be a team effort, offensively, defensively, and special teams. Brent O'Neill, I'm starting to believe what Sean Payton said in the middle of the line is more important. They took Cesar Ruiz and they took Eric McCoy the year before, a center. And then they turned around this year and drafted a center guard. So that's why the Saints are always ahead of the schedule, man. They stay on that O-line, man. Sean Payton, he gets it. The O-line, build the trenches. It don't matter what you got at skill position. If you don't build the O-line, you will fail. You got to have the O-line intact and in order. With a quarterback like Drew Brees, you need that middle. You need that guard, center guard, fixed because he's old. Sean Payton is setting up the future with his O-line. Armstead, Pete, McCoy, Ruiz, Ryan Ramczyk, elite line, something that Winston never had. Or Drew Brees always had a good line. So Taylor King says the only way the Bucs don't make the playoffs if the pass defense doesn't get fixed. I keep telling people this. I keep telling people that, it ain't a lock that we're gonna make it. If we gotta score 29 points a game to win games, it's going to be a problem. That means more exposure to Brady, to him getting hit more. If we gotta continue to score now, on the flip side, I will say this, Taylor King. The no risk and no biscuit offense will not be the same. So it will not be a 3-play 80-yard drive or 1-play 80-yard drive. It will be probably 7-8. So the defense will be able to get rest because Arians won't be trying to score quickly. Not with Brady. Chill Rich says we need to do that with the O-line. Yeah, I wish they would have went all in O-line and got an O-lineman in the third round too. That'd have been crazy. T-Brave fans 2008 says Donovan Smith won't move to left tackle. He's in his last deal of his last year of his deal. That's what you meant to say. He came on strong down the stretch. Still, the clock is ticking on him. Jensen's contract needs to be restructured. I've said this. Donovan Smith, man, he'll be a better guard or right tackle. I'd rather have Tristan over there at left tackle because he's faster, better feet, and more athletic too. You need an athletic guy on the left side. Donovan Smith is just not that dude. Too slow, feet too slow. Ryan Jensen's contract needs to be restructured. He's not a $10 million center. It is what it is. How long do you think Wale he ain't gonna last long. He ain't gonna last long, folks. Wale time is up. He on the clock. Peter Finn, do you think Winfield is going to start day one? Yes, he will start day one. Where the Bucs drafted him at, you don't put him out there to be like, hey, I'm on special teams. He's a early second round pick. He's on the field immediately. He can help the team now. I have so many people hating at work saying we won't be the first team to play in the Super Bowl in our own backyard. Well, Mr. Bucks, everything. Mr. Everything Bucks. Folks, I want you to understand this. The Super Bowl is not given. Just because we signed Brady and Gronkowski doesn't mean we're going to the Super Bowl. Playoffs? Okay. But that doesn't lock us into Super Bowl, folks. Get it out your head. Please stop thinking that because you'll be highly disappointed. Now, like when I say Super Bowl or bust, it's just the way the current team is structured, contract-wise, cap-wise. That's why I say Super Bowl or bust. And that's just me. But if you really think that we're locked in for the Super Bowl, you gonna be disappointed. Y'all see that? How many games Gay will lose us this year? Special teams. Brady can't control special teams, folks. I mean, Gay cost us 2 games last year. 2, possibly 3. But we don't talk about that. But I will talk about it. Giants, Seahawks, in the last game against the Falcons. 3 missed field goals against the Falcons. A missed kick against Seattle. If he makes that kick, we don't go to overtime. And the game winning kick is Giants. 2 or 3 games Matt Gay has cost us. It is what it is. Fight me. Fight me if you don't agree. Fight me. No, I'm just talking about the field goal kicking. I'm just talking about field goal kicking. I already know how many games Winston did. I'm talking about field goal kicking. Guaranteed 2 games he cost us, possibly 3. Don't get mad at me. Just watch the tape. Watch the film. Watch the game again. Giants, Seattle, last game against the Falcons. Matt Gay, what are you doing? Mr. XX Assassin, honestly, offense, we can go toe-to-toe with any team as shown from last year, but having those turnovers killed us. That is true. And that, you know what's so crazy about that statement is that we was the third or second highest ranked scoring team, second and third in yards, even with all the turnovers. That's crazy. Like, even with all the turnovers, we were still top flight scoring, top flight passing yards, top flight yards per game. Like, it is insane with all those turnovers, whether you want to blame the receivers, you want to blame the quarterback, you want to blame the scheme, but we were still in the top 3 in scoring offense, passing offense, total offense, all these numbers, long passes, 20-plus yard passes. It is crazy to think about that. So, yeah, even the turnovers killed us. but we were still an elite offense. So Brady doesn't need to upgrade the offense. He just basically bringing the turnovers down. That's the only thing Brady is bringing to the table. The turnovers will be dramatically down. That's all Brady got to do. That's all he got to do. Keep the turnovers under 12 or interceptions. Keep the sacks under 35. Which, like I said, the offense will change, folks. The offense will change for Brady. Brady will not be asked to do the same thing Winston did. It just don't work like that. Arians can't be that naive and that he can't be that egotistical to just say, oh, we're going to do the same exact offense that we did last year. No, not happening. Legendary. I already read one of your stuff, man. Let me read somebody else's. Right. Well, we will be a playoff team. Yes. The turnovers will be down dramatically, which makes us a playoff team, right? On paper. But once again, every year there's a team out of nowhere that makes the playoffs. And this year it be the Bucs because of a team effort. Now that we don't have to worry about turnovers, we don't have to blame the interceptions. You have nobody to point to now. You have nobody to be like, oh, because of the turnovers and the pick sixes, and I can't do that now. So I don't want to hear any excuses from you Bucs fans about turnovers. Now we get to sit back and watch the defense, the special teams, the running game. I'm not worried about Brady. Now we get to watch these other areas that was lacking for years come to fruition. Exactly. Here we go. This is the point I'm trying to make. All Brady got to do is just manage the goddamn game. Just manage the game. He's not going to turn the ball over. We got the weapons. Just make sure you get the ball in their hands and don't turn the ball over. You know Brady loves to throw the ball away. He don't like taking sacks. He will throw the ball away in a heartbeat. He has very good pocket awareness. He will throw the ball away quickly. Death by 1,000 cuts. Joe said, our whole secondary is super young. That's probably the most scariest part. Our secondary is super young, and that can be a problem. But another year in Todd Bowles' offense on defense will definitely help, though. So we're going to get back to this draft. Be honest. Who would you rather have? Let me see. Delpit, Winfield, Dobbins, man. Dobbins. It's Dobbins. I told you that in the second round. Dobbins should have been the pick. I'm not knocking Antoine Winfield Jr. It's just that wasn't the need I was thinking the Bucs needed. I didn't believe the Bucs needed a safety at that moment. They could have got one in the third round. They could have traded and got Jeremy Chin, traded back in the late second round, early third round to get Jeremy Chin, 6'3", 220 pounds. Kind of like a Darwin James kind of vibe going there, Keanu O'Neal type vibe. But we'll see. Arians has gone 7-8-1, 8-8, 7-9 the last 3 seasons as a head coach. Risk it, no biscuit. That is facts. That is facts. SK Simmons. I had to put that out there in the front. Like a lot of people go back and look at the when Arizona was like 10-6 and 13-3. If y'all didn't notice, it did go downhill after that. It did go downhill in Arizona pretty fast because they had no backup quarterback. When Carson Palmer got hurt, it was a wrap. Blaine Gabbert, Drew Stanton, it was over. And the Bucs, unfortunately, are looking the same exact way. We better cross our fingers and pray that Brady don't get hurt. Because if he get hurt in a parallel universe, we are a 6-10, 7-8, maybe 8-18 with Blaine Gabbert and Ryan Griffin. What did Cam Jordan say about the O-line? He said when we drafted Tristan Wirfs, he said I thought they was good at O-line. It was something about he thought they was good at O-line. Why they getting the O-line? It was something like that. He was talking to Tyrann Mathieu or something like that. It was something funny. I had screenshotted it. I'll find it, whatever. But it was something like that, and he was kind of taking shots at Donovan Smith. Like, I thought they were straight. Like, it was some funny stuff. But yeah, Cameron Jordan eats Donovan Smith all day. So Archie boy, we had a top 5 offense the last 3 years. Yes, even with the turnovers. People don't like to talk about that though. I mean, they'll talk about turnovers in a heartbeat. As soon as you say stuff like what Archie boy said, when you say something like, top 5 offense in the last 3 years, even with the turnovers, it's like, oh, so what? Like, oh God. I can't even talk to people like that. I can't even talk to people trying to bring anything positive in the time frame that he was here. It was like the whole time he was here, it was bad. Like, damn, like you can't even talk about nothing good about him or about the offense. So if anybody want to come on via webcam, I have the link in the description box. It's StreamYard.com. There's a link there. Oh, we got somebody coming on, man. I'm gonna give him the floor, man. I got somebody coming on, man. This is participant number 3. So 7 more people can come on. 7 more slots available. So we're gonna bring on one of the bandits here. What up, man?
What's up, man? The leader of the bandits. How you doing?
Man, I'm living, man. I've been just chatting with the fans, chatting with the bandits, chatting with the Bucks, family about the draft, and we're gonna bring it back to the draft because I've been talking about all this other stuff. So, just give me a short, message, how you feel about the draft class. You don't have to go in depth with individuals, just in general. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I definitely feel that we definitely address needs. And I mean, if we address the need, I'm not really too like gun ho on the big names as far as running backs. I'm not really, because if we have the things that we have, the running backs, they're gonna get theirs, man. Come on. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, JK, he would have did great in this offense. But it's like, who's to say Vaughn can't do, similar things? You feel me? Vaughn had a horrible line. JK had a great line. And their numbers not too far apart. So I love the second round pick. That shit was horrible the first 10 games. Excuse my language. It was horrible the first 10 games, man. It was yeah, the corners, they had their times where they slipped off in the first second, but the safety position was very bad last year. The first 10 games.
People don't like to talk about that.
Yeah, they did good when tackling. We had the best run defense. Of course, they're gonna tackle easily. I mean, come on, look at our front 7. Tackling is not nothing that we should be worrying about. But when it comes down to throwing the ball, man, them boys got ate up, man. Like, Whitehead getting whooped by McCaffrey. You feel me? Our safeties did not cover the running backs well. Neither did Levante. The running backs ate on us all year in the passing game. We need somebody to, shore that up. Whitehead, he was good. He hit hard, but you feel me? When it come down to covering somebody, he'll get whooped. So let's be real here. Yeah, Whitehead, y'all like him because he hit hard, but he can't cover like that. Not like Winfield. So true. I mean, I like the second round pick. Of course, we like Wirfs. We're gonna see what he gonna do. You know what I'm saying? We just seen the little video of Donovan punching a weight ball. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully we got to get a car to say something about that.
Yeah, exactly. Somebody got to say something about it. Like Donovan's been punching the bag. Like, can he block consistently? That's what we want to see.
Yeah, we got to get another person in front of him. See, you know what I'm saying? Brady not gonna have that. And another thing I want to talk about Brady, because let's finish with the draft. All right. Okay, I like Vaughn. Vaughn's his tape speaks for itself.
I saw the tape.
Yeah, the tape, it speaks for itself behind that track. Like, what he did to LSU was crazy. Nobody's talking about that, how he was running through the first rounders. Like, come on, man. So all that talk about nobody like to pick, crazy. We ain't have a 4th, we had a 5th. The guy got hands, and that's why they drafted him, to get something for Brady, because we don't have no slot like that. I mean, everybody want to say Chris Godwin. So who play the outside then? Who you put on out? If y'all saying Chris Godwin gonna play the side, who on the outside?
Scotty Miller.
But oh yeah, Scotty. Okay, Scotty. You got to stay healthy. You got to keep them cursed hamstrings we got in Tampa, because everybody get, for some reason, I don't know if it's too many routes they're running in practice.
It was.
Well, I don't know what it is, but everybody, it seems like Mike get hurt every damn year, man. Mike get hurt every year.
Count on that.
Yeah, so Tyler's a good addition. You know, I like the linebacker we picture. He looked like a freak. He got some crazy injuries that he had, but
2 ACLs.
The man looked like a freak. I like the D tackle too, and then 7th round home run hitter. You feel me? If we could get him to take the kick, because the kick return was so, I don't understand what they're doing. We have not ever had like a consistent return game.
Never.
Like, come on, man. Like, what is going on?
One of the worst in the last 7 years. That's even before Winston. Even when he was here, it was one of the worst special teams in the entire league consistently.
Yeah. I mean, and Jameis, they're gonna say, now that they're just gonna blame. They're gonna blame the team now. They're not gonna blame the quarterback. They're gonna blame the team.
That's what I want to see now. I want to see the excuses. I want to hear.
Excuses. I cannot wait. I cannot wait to hear what people got to say when things do not go the way they think they're gonna go. I can't wait.
But no, ain't no buts now. Ain't no more buts.
It ain't no buts. It can't be. We got the GOAT and we got Gronk. Let's see. I'm waiting. I mean, I can't wait, because these guys have yet to even do one practice together. We got a limited time with this corona. We got limited time to even practice, let alone preseason. Preseason gonna look so ugly, because we got young guys. Preseason is gonna be so ugly this year. Fans is gonna be excited to see football again, but preseason, if they have it, it's gonna be so ugly. These guys are not gonna be ready. People gonna be complaining about how these picks did not work. But come on, we gotta think about it. It's rookie camp supposed to be already starting right now.
About to start. Yeah, you got the OTA, not the OTAs, but the rookie.
But remember, after the draft, the rookies got to report. You can't report.
Like a little,
You know what I'm
saying?
Do
anything.
So
can't get a playbook. Like can't send talk with Todd Bowles, or Tyler can't go talk with Todd Byron Leftwich, or
Tom can't go to Leftwich house and then get inside the wrong house. You know what I'm saying?
There's limited a time frame that that players can spend with the coaches in off season. So with this going on, it just messes up everybody, not just the Bucs, but everybody. Like, damn, like this whole rookie draft class it's like this rookie draft class for the entire NFL is going to be like behind the 8 ball. Like literally, like
exactly.
Especially if you've been drafted in the 1st or 2nd round when you're supposed to make an impact. Yikes. Tristan's gonna have some rough patches.
His athleticism is gonna be able to throw away all of his mistakes. He's gonna be able to recover.
I don't agree with that.
Yeah, I feel like
Frank Clark,
he's not gonna have a hard test. Bruce is not gonna put all that work on him to go one-on-one with the best. No, somebody's clipping his side every time.
Every time. Yeah, until he get comfortable.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's gonna take him probably about 10 to 11 weeks. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna take him a while to kind of figure it out, because he's still
like people not understanding that it's gonna be some growing pains. And it's gonna be some growing pains, because we have a new quarterback in a new system. I don't want to hear nobody saying, Brady's going to bring his new system in like that.
I don't know if you remember, Bruce Arians did say, instead of teaching 21 other guys a brand new system, he's going to teach one guy the system, which is easier. But he's going to make things more easier for Brady. Brady will not do the same exact thing Winston did. He will not be asked to do that. It will be some nuances changed. The tight ends will be utilized more. The slot will be utilized. There will be shorter throws. Brady will not throw 626 times. I just don't see that.
And let me ask you a question, because now that time is here, right? The offense will change. A new coach is teaching a new player his offense, but it's not going to be what Jameis did. Yes, but so why is that? Why is it changing? Is it changing because of Tom's play style, or is it changing because of the quarterback or the coach want the quarterback to do something different this year?
I think it's a mixture of both, because remember, we're the Bucks are not getting a prime Tom Brady, right? And a lot of fans a lot of fans overlook that. They say they still think Tom Brady's elite. He's still good. He's still a top 15 quarterback, right? Now we've seen the decline start, because I mean, Father Time never loses, right?
Of course.
At some point, because this season gonna be one of those. We can get a Brent Favre, Tom Brady, like when he took the Minnesota to the NFC Championship. We can get that.
We don't got AP, so that's not happening.
Right, but you get what I'm saying. Like we can get that version of Tom Brady. That could be great for the team, or we can get the Peyton Manning last year in Denver Broncos when he was horrible.
He got him
9 touchdowns, 17 interceptions.
They got there.
It was defense.
We got. Yeah, but
they carried him.
Okay, you can say that.
Yeah. So like,
yeah.
So what I'm saying is, with Tom Brady, all Tom Brady got to do is, he don't really have to extend himself to be like 5,000 yards. There's no need for that. You know what I'm saying?
But look, we're looking at long-term end of the season stats. Like, we have to think to ourselves. We watch these games every Sunday. What is our offense going to look like now? Like, what player do we have that's going to work towards what Tom Brady likes to do? We don't have no player that'll catch the ball and just go. Besides Chris Godwin.
One thing about the Bucks, and a lot of people hasn't really brought this up, because it's like, oh, insert Tom Brady, we good to go, which is fine, right? I can understand that. But here's the catch-22. The Bucks, the same problems that Tom Brady had in New England, right? Which was his receivers, right? Now his talent, like going from New England to Tampa, the talent level is totally different, right? Yeah. But the similarities are there as far as wide receiver separation. The Bucks had one of the lowest separation percentages in the NFL. Like Mike Evans' separation percentage was very like 58%. It was like in the like he didn't separate good. It was like the yards was like
that's gonna come when you don't know the offense, because you all these option routes. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna come. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Brady gotta learn that. He's gonna have to learn. He's gonna have to learn that. He's gonna have to learn to read what like basically as a receiver running a route, he's gonna have to trust the receiver to run the correct route, like Winston did in some of these throws. And it's just going to happen. There's going to be some.
Nobody will be there, but somebody's supposed to be there.
It's going to happen. It's going to happen for Brady. Like, and I know people don't want to hear it. It's going to happen. But the Bucks wasn't big on yak yards either. Brady lives on that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
exactly.
He lives on the tight ends. And the Bucks didn't use tight ends last year. You know what I'm saying? So
a lot of times when I see when teams are playing Brady, they're going to have to load that box, because they're Patriots run the fucking ball. My bad. Patriots run the ball like that. That wasn't our offense. You know what I'm saying? Patriots run that ball. They use fullbacks and all.
Well, the thing about Patriots, the Patriots had a hybrid, chameleon offense. Like 1 minute they can beat you running the ball 40 times, and then the next minute they can beat you throwing the ball 40 times. The Bucks is just throw, 70% throwing, 30% running.
They had a guessing game. We never had a guessing game. We never had a guessing game. So if we don't have a guessing game now, you're gonna see the same thing, bro. Especially when you're trying to dump it off. Look, like, come on, teams gonna pick up on that.
It's gonna take about probably 6 to 8 games before they kind of get a rhythm. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I would not be surprised that it takes about 6 to 8 games to get that camaraderie. That all right, we got it now. Okay, that's a sin. You know what I'm saying? Like the Bucks they're gonna be kind of like puttering for a little bit. They're gonna be like first 6 games, they're gonna be puttering around, and all of us. As long as the defense, the key is can the defense put a full season together? Can they put a full 16 games together? I'm tired of seeing the defense for the last 5 weeks all of a sudden be elite.
Because it ain't no excuses now. It ain't no excuses now. You put up the last 6 games, you put up them stats. Okay. We're on alert. So, the first 10 games was crazy. and this last 6 games was, we didn't really play nobody like that, but I respect the efforts, but it's time now. I mean, people gonna be playing us like they playing their last game every game. So
it's on. It's on. Like when they play us, it's
right.
on. It ain't no. Oh, yeah, here go the Bucks. No, it's like, oh,
yeah. When you look at the schedule, you can't be like, oh, this is for sure win. You can't do that no more. It's what I'm saying. Teams are getting better, and teams we put ourselves on the map. The Bulls are on us. We what we is in Vegas, fourth
or fifth.
All right.
But when you make these moves like this, the expectations are very high.
And our players should play better as well, because Tom Brady. No one's going to blame Brady. They're going to blame us. We got to play better. You didn't have that kind of scrutiny with Winston.
Right. I want people to understand this. Brady's legacy is cemented, right? So Brady coming to Tampa is like Tom Brady coming to Tampa, right? Gronkowski coming to Tampa. Their legacy is already cemented. So anything wrong with Tampa, it'll be Tom Brady, Gronkowski, Tampa Bay Bucks. That's how it works. The media is going to protect them. Like they're going to a trash team. They're going to protect those two. They're going to make any excuses not to blame Gronkowski, not to blame Brady. They're going to blame the Bucks.
And people got to notice, the only thing that changed with our roster is the quarterback, the tight end, and the draft picks.
That's it. That's it.
So you got to blame one or the other at this point.
Because at some point, somebody else, now it's like it gets to a point where now is you can't put the onus on one guy anymore. You can't do that. Now it's like, what is it? The coaching is the GM,
and that's why it's gonna be. That's why it's gonna be a whole nother scroll of excuses. That's why, you feel me? If we don't win, that's what it's gonna be.
I'm not having that.
If we make the playoffs, they're gonna be like, well, at least we made the playoffs. That's what it's gonna be.
No. That's unacceptable. That for me, Buccaneers, they already know. I told everybody.
Yeah.
That is not going to fly with me. That is not going, because all last season and the years before, it's turnovers. Okay, so now that's gone. So now, when I hear excuses, I'm going to be glad to come on the little comment section like, no excuses. That's all I'm going to say. Hashtag no excuses.
But what people don't realize, all the turnovers, the extra turnovers, all that's going to do is turn into punts. But people want to say short field, bruh. Long field, we got whooped too.
Yeah, I remember that.
Turnovers turn into points. Who's to say they don't score on the defense?
Here's a prime example, right? Here's a prime example. Here's a prime example, and we'll wrap this up. Here's a prime example. The Bucks were up 23-20 against the Tennessee Titans in the fourth quarter.
Mm-hmm.
Punt the ball. The Titans get the ball inside the 20. Ryan Tannehill proceeds to go, I think 91 yards or 89 yards. Long drive. The defense had a chance to step up on third down.
Yeah.
Couldn't do it. That was a long drive.
But what they're gonna say is they're gonna say, oh, we had Vernon Hargraves, so we couldn't get it done. That's what they're gonna say. We had Vernon Hargraves.
That was third down. Ryan Tannehill converted third down after third down after third down. I don't want to hear that this year. No Vernon Hargraves, no Winston, no Brashard Perriman, no Dotson,
no 23,
no 23, no none of that. I want to hear these. I don't want to hear no excuses from no Bucks fans. But I'm telling that long. But I can point out so many long drives.
Yeah.
But it's gonna get cut because it's because of interception. No. What about those long drives? What about those long third and 12s? Third and 10.
That Giants game was when I was like, yo, that's when I was like, yo, they said the secondary was fixed. But I was like, man, this is unacceptable. And that's the thing. They did that without Saquon Barkley, bro.
Rookie quarterback.
Come on, man. We heard Saquon Barkley the first half.
He was rookie quarterback. Made Daniel Jones look like a damn Pro Bowler.
That was crazy, bro. They did that without Saquon Barkley. I'm like, yo.
Check this out. So here, check this out. Here's a telltale sign. Last 5 or 6 games. Now Taylor King says Also, 2 of the games the secondary played well. The last 5 games, the other 3 games was against Gardner Minshew, David Blah, and Jacoby Brissett.
Yeah, horrible, man.
It's not like we shut down, top level offenses.
And that's the thing though. That's the thing though. Like even with the Texans game, like Carlton did his thing that game. I don't know. D Hop got traded, so I'm thinking like he was already like fuck it. It just felt like he ain't try hard. Even though they won that game because of Jameis, they did good. They did good on a pretty good wide receiver core. You know what I'm saying?
They did very good.
So I respect that. Jacoby Brissett and Minshew is like, come on, man. Come on.
We ain't facing them every week. Like, look, our opponents. This is what we playing this year. Quarterbacks: Aaron Rodgers, Patrick Mahomes, Kirk Cousins, Drew Brees twice. The Chargers offense pretty nice. Matt Ryan twice, Teddy Bridgewater twice, Jared Goff.
Yeah. Hey, and the thing, another person you got to put in there that we might see Jameis, man.
We'll see.
We might see Jameis.
We saw what Teddy Bridgewater did.
Teddy. Oh man. Everybody
that's what happens when
the
Saints are loaded. Let's be honest, the Saints are loaded. I mean, they got a great O-line. They have a great running game. They have a really nice secondary. They have a nice little pass rush defense. So
and another thing that people still not thinking about, they still can sign Antonio Brown.
Yep.
And Antonio Brown as well. Dez Bryant as well.
We'll see. We will definitely see, man. We will definitely see. I cannot wait for this year, man. Yeah. But I appreciate the insight
in the chat, though, man.
Huh?
I think you got me blocked in the chat. Last time I talked to you, I asked you too.
Probably one of the shooters did that.
Nah, man. I don't know, man.
Remember, I got shooters too.
Yeah,
I got shooters that be doing stuff in the background. I don't even do that no more.
Are your shooters really cool with me though, for real?
I don't know what you did. I don't even know.
They cool.
What the hell did you do? Like, because I didn't block
it.
It
Had to be some time ago, man. Like a season or 2 ago, man. I think you probably did it because we was in the chat trying to defend Jameis, and then Jameis would do what Jameis do and throw a pick 6 or something. When you really first started your live game commentary.
No, I don't remember. I don't even remember, to be honest with you. But I mean, if that's the case, I mean, let me see.
Keep your thing going, man. I've been following you. Since you had your boy. I don't know where your boy been. He just made a video recently.
Matter of fact, like make a comment and I'm gonna pull up your like profile thing. Like,
man, I'm Escu Garb in the chat, man.
Yeah, like just put a little dot, put a little dot there, and let me see something.
Hold on, let me see.
Because Malcolm Harvey said he unblocks you, man.
He said he unblocked me, so I was.
Yeah, Malcolm Harvey said he did it. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like,
I don't know if you see it. Be seeing it because I did it on the phone. I ain't seen my comment, but yeah, man, it's all good. I'll check it out.
Yeah, you should be straight. Yeah. I mean,
but yeah, man, keep doing your thing, man. I hope
salute, man.
Yeah, man. I hope we do what we supposed to do this year, man. It's supposed to be Super Bowl or bust, no questions. If we don't do it, let's wait. We got another year with time. Let's see if he can make it through this year though. Behind the line. Hope it ain't no 5-7 drops, no 5-7 step drop.
Super Bowl.
Super Bowl or bust.
Super Bowl or bust. That's just what it is. But I appreciate you coming by, man.
Yes, sir, man. Salute, man.
Salute to you, man.
Yes, sir.
Well, there you have it, folks. Yeah, I don't remember blocking him, man. Like, my snipers is no problem. My snipers don't play. Exactly, Fred. Like, my snipers don't be playing. Like, you must have said something crazy. I don't know. I don't remember blocking him. I don't know. I mean, if he's blocked, just unblock him. Malcolm, unblock him. I still need I need a couple more shooters too. I need to do that. Fire the cannons 813 gmail.com if you want to be a shooter. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. And he's been here for a while. Snipers ain't no joke. Them shooters. My shooters be killing it. He's in a way he does. In a way he does. Yeah, he cool. Like I don't have any issues with him. He cool. Sniper game, you don't play. I told you. Sniper game don't play. Sniper game. Shoot, shoot, bang, bang. Sniper from a distance. AK-47. So okay, somebody said they sent me. I'm gonna check my email. Matter of fact, I'm gonna check my email. Now, I'm gonna check my email now. So whoever I see in the chat room, I mean in my email, I'm gonna put you down as a shooter. I guess you can call a group moderator, chat moderator. And I need a couple more of those guys. I need a couple more shooters. I'm probably need a group of 10 to 15 shooters. So it's firethecannons813@gmail.com if you want to be a shooter. Let me put it in the chat. Because my shooters are no joke, man. They will block you in a heartbeat. And they don't play around in Buckles Locker. They like, can't come in with that nonsense. I see them block people all the time. Put people in timeout all the time. firethecannons813@gmail.com. All right. So, all right. Does anybody else want to come on the live stream and chat for a little bit? If not, I'm gonna wrap this up. Yeah, gang, shooter gang. Hopefully I will. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's just a timing thing. It's just one of those. He busy. With work and all that stuff like that. So we'll see. I don't know. The timing's off. I work at night. That's why a lot of my streams are at night or towards nighttime. So this is a the mic I have. This is a Yeti. This is a Yeti. A Yeti mic. It's a really good mic, man. It sounds really good, don't it? Sounds really good. I have a stand for it. I have a have this little stand here, and I got like a reach arm for it as well. What are your thoughts about possible Pat McAfee coming out of retirement? Stop it, Pat. You funny dude, but stop it. Don't nobody want you on Tampa. You be saying some slick stuff anyway. Pat cool though. Pat funny. Funny guy, man. But no, Bruce not having that. Bruce is not having that. We don't need that extra, drama, whatever he likes to bring. Pat is kind of a drama guy. Shouts out to Jesse Perez and Kanan Lightburn. Shouts out to the Venmo. Sending you some Venmo, and shouts out to Kenny Lightburn too, man. Appreciate the super chats and the Venmo love, man. Oh, you wish. Okay, you wish. Appreciate the donation, man. And also Kenyon Lightburn. Appreciate it. I gotta go check. I don't even check my Venmo like that, but I gotta take that off anyway. I'm gonna take that off. All right, we got a couple shooters. Oh, we got 2 more shooters. 2 more. Andre Johnson and Jay Clark, aka Jay Berg G. So that should be like 7 shooters now, right? Hey, Malcolm, how many shooters it is, man? I think it's like 7, 8 now. So I got 2 more shooters I'm finna put on. I need 2 more slots to fill. 2 more shooters. firethecannons813@gmail.com. 2 more slots to be a shooter. 2 more slots open. And the goal of the role of a shooter is you take out the trolls in the chats, in the chat section, the comment section, or in the live chat. You take out those trolls, you put them in timeout, delete them, delete their messages, get rid of the trolls. That's what shooters do. Like my shooters. My shooters are cool, man. They real live bandits. They bandits. They shooters. That's my bandit shooters. They hit you from a distance, a long scope. I'm too close to the op to miss. So yeah, Jamie Clark and Andre Johnson, 2 new shooters, man. Let's go. Let me see. Malcolm Grislow. So I only got 3. So I need so that's what? That's 5. So I need like probably about 5 more. So I need 5 more shooters. Yeah, 5 more shooters. Shooter gang. I'm too close to the op to miss. Shouts out to URL smack urltv.com. ARP, RBE, Rare Breed Entertainment, Battle Rap. What's your life like? Shotgun Shug, what's your life like? Quick scope. Hey, what you know about quick scope? Don't know about the quick scoping. Man, Call of Duty. Oh, I'm old school. Black Ops. Call of Duty. Black Ops 2, man. Call of Duty. It's quick scope. I'm lethal with it. Nah, I'm not really a quick scoper. I'm a assault rifle guy. I'm an assault rifle guy. I'm an assault rifle guy. Hold on. Let me see. SOCOM nice too. Edward Graham says, Call of Duty, man. It's Call of Duty. I'm a diehard Call of Duty guy. Anybody play that Call of Duty on Warzone on PC or on PS4? Pat McAfee needs to sit down somewhere. If Bruce Arians doesn't want Antonio Brown on the team, what makes him think that Bruce or Jason would add McAfee to it? Exactly, Edward Graham. He not adding no Pat McAfee, man. I wish they would remake Black Ops 2. I didn't buy the PS4. I'm waiting on the PS5. Yeah, I was gonna buy the PS4. I still got a PS3. I still got a Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Genesis, Nintendo Mini, Super Nintendo Mini. I got a little game set. I'm an old school gamer, man. I'm an old school gamer. You know, Chrono Trigger, King of Hearts, back in the day. I've hacked them all though. You know, I've jailbroke my systems and stuff like that. But anyway, yeah, I didn't mess with zombies, man. Zombies anyway. Now, Call of Duty Black Ops is the best. So I got another shooter, Jeffrey Mackey. So I need 4 more shooters. Quick scope is a beast. Snake shot with the pistol. Oh, what you know? Hey, Tony, what you know about snake shot with the pistol? That's so cheesy, man. I'm addicted to Black Ops. But anyway, I think that's it. I don't think anybody coming back online. I mean, that's pretty much it. I'm about to wrap this up. So I shouts out to everybody in the chat room. Appreciate y'all coming back. Yeah, it's so overpowered, man. It's OD'd, man. OD'd. What's up, Ron Allen? What up, Ron? It's OD'd, Malcolm. It's OD'd. OD'd. I don't know what. Some of those weapons, those assault rifles, man. Some of those assault rifles are OD'd, man. But anyway, shouts out to everybody. About to end this live stream. Appreciate everybody coming through. 2 hours on the dot. That was my limit. Salute to everybody. Salute to my new shooters. I'll add you as a shooter after this. And another shooter. Buck Zone, FT. Oh, we got some shooters. Ron. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 6 new shooters. So I need one more slot. One more shooter. I got a spot for one more. If you send it to firethecannons813gmail.com, I got one more spot for a shooter. I'm too close to the optimist. You got 6 new shooters just like that. That's a total of 9, Malcolm. That's a total of 9. These guys ain't gonna play no games. They will defend and protect the Bandits' lair. You don't mess with the Bandits. You don't mess with Bucco's Locker. You don't mess with the Bandits, or my shooters will cut you down. And they are trained snipers. Trained snipers. And they all got guns. Anyway, salute to everybody joining the chat room, man. Salute to all my new shooters. Do y'all thing, man. Y'all gotta learn the ropes. Y'all gotta put y'all in the fire. Y'all gotta throw y'all in the fire, man. Y'all rookie shooters, man. Y'all gotta earn y'all badges. Y'all gotta earn your badges. You know, it's like playing Call of Duty. You gotta earn your badges. You know what I'm saying? You gotta earn your badges. You know, right now, you know, Malcolm is like the kind of like the head, you know, the elite. He's the black ops. You know, you like infantry level shooters. You gotta train with Malcolm. He'll show you how to ropes. He'll show you the ropes. What you gotta do. You gotta keep the people rolling, keep the people talking. You know what I'm saying? Gotta keep people liking the video. He'll train y'all. He'll train the new shooters. I'm finna go watch some Nuturo, Superdon. Yeah, I'm an anime guy too on the low. Yeah. Gotham. Yeah, I need to catch up on Gotham too. I'm so far behind. I need to binge watch a lot of stuff, man. Jesus. Anyway, to all my bandits, to all the pirates, to everybody across the Bucks community, keep supporting the team. Y'all know what it is. It's Bucco's Locker coming to you live and uncut with the live stream, interacting with y'all. So with that being said, I want y'all to fire those cannons, seize the day, raise the flag. James Ingram said, hold on. Right when I'm about to end something, James. Really, James? Really? I need, you know what? Who can make some beats? Who can make? James Ingram said I need to get some theme music. I do. I need to get some theme music. I do. Like some background music, probably, you know what I'm saying? Or some music in the beginning. You know what? I'm gonna see. But if anybody make beats, feel free. You know what I'm saying? I can get your little shameless plug, you know, for some videos, you know, in the background, your music in the background, you know. I try to give back to the, you know, Bucks community and everything, you know, put your stuff on and make a beat or something and send it to me. I'll take a look at it and I'll listen to it and see. Okay. Anyway, fire those cannons, seize the day, raise the flag, no risk, absolutely no buttery biscuit. Bucco's Locker is signing out. Y'all have a good night. Deuces.